So Paul, tell me about Avalanche list building. I understand that this is not the first time you've produced a course called Avalanche list building.
No, this is going to be version 2. This is Avalanche list building 2.0. The first version I launched back in March 2012. That product came about when I started to build my list, and I was making a little bit of money while building my list. And at the time, I'd just come away from building niche sites. So I had a following of people that kind of watched me build niche sites and make money with affiliate sites and all that.
Yeah.
And when I got out of that, I sold a lot of my niche sites, and then I started to build a list. And then all of my customers wanted to find out how I was building lists and making money at the same time. So this is how Avalanche List Building 1.0 came around. I basically built the course for my customers and my subscribers and launched that in 2012 and kind of showed them exactly how I was building my list, making a little bit of money with the traffic methods that I was using at the time and all that.
Excellent. So, it's like the cliche is the money is in the list. And I think for anybody that wants to get involved in making consistent commissions online, if they don't have a list, they don't really have, there are other ways you can do it, but if you want to keep it consistent, almost like get as close as you can to the sort of push button success principle, then a list is definitely the way to go, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah, definitely. I've heard for so many years, the money's in the list. Obviously, I've been building lists now, just like you, for quite a few years. But when I was a newbie, when I was a beginner, back in sort of 2009, 2010, I used to hear a lot of people talking about build a list. And you hear it and you kind of know that you should be doing it, but you don't really take action because you don't really know how to do it.
Yeah.
There's so many things that you kind of need to know. And when you do eventually start to learn, there's so much bad information that gets chucked around. It's sometimes you can't get anywhere because the information you do learn from is bad information, and you just you don't really end up getting anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. So you could be building a list, but you could be building the list incorrectly. You could be building the wrong kind of list. You could be building a list that wasn't it was costing you too much money, that wasn't giving you a return on investment. So although we all know that we need a list, it's not just the list, is it? You don't just, if you've got a list, make money. You need to know how to build the list and what to do with it once you've got it.
Absolutely. And this is what 1.0, this is the version 1.0. This is what I covered. I covered how I was building my list and how I built a relationship with my subscribers and my customers. But since releasing that course, that was 2012, that was 5 years ago now, I've been meaning to update that course and launch a new one over the last couple of years, but I've just not got around to doing it.
So give us an idea, Paul, what sort of money could somebody pull in on a monthly basis? Can we say on half on autopilot or semi-autopilot? How does the business work for you?
Yeah, well, the 1.0 version that I released in, as I said, March 2012, I covered everything that I was doing at the time back then in my business to make, I think I was making around, $1,000 to around $2,000 to $3,000 a month. And at the time, that was obviously really good money.
Yeah.
And I had things in place, set up, working for me on 99% autopilot. But what I do differently these days, I'm earning a lot more money. I'm pulling in between $5,000 and $10,000 per month.
Wow.
And everything that I now do in my business, there's a lot more advanced strategies and tactics and methods that I now use. So it is still on autopilot, but the things that I cover in this Avalanche List Building 2.0 version is so much more profitable, so much more powerful than what I covered in the first version. Because as you know, after so many years of working on certain things, certain methods, certain sort of techniques, you improve them, you hone your skills, and it's got to a point now where the 2.0 version that I released, you could set this up, and this is a complete business which just works on its own. The term that I like to use, and I use this in the first version, is a well-oiled machine, and it kind of is. Once you set it all up and you get everything in place, like I show you in the actual course, then you can just drive some traffic to it, which I show you how to do, and it all works on complete autopilot. So that's the best thing. That is the best thing, rather than having to be there all the time in order to make money in your business.
Yeah, well, I know that obviously you and I are in touch quite a lot on a daily basis, I'd say, and there's plenty of times that you're away from your business, doing what you want to do, and kind of spending time on your hobbies and interests, and I guess just your rest and relaxation away from the business while you've still got this money coming in. I'm sure there's a lot of people that are watching this now that would love to be able to have that kind of quality time, that they can enjoy the things that they enjoy in life with the peace of mind that there's money coming in while they're doing it.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the reasons why I got into this business in the first place is so you can lead a lifestyle which most people can't lead, as you know yourself. And the thing about when you build lists is you don't actually have to be there to maintain. I mean, you have to maintain things, but you can, once things like this are set up, once you have your own list building system, like your own foundation in place and things in place, traffic methods and certain foundations and platforms, which I'm going to show you in the course, you can go away for a few days and not really worry about your business because it's going to be working all the time.
Yeah.
And this is the main reason why I used the formula which I show in the course in such a way, because I didn't just want to trade my time for money, just like you doing a job.
Yeah.
I'd be no different to just working in a full-time job if I did that.
Exactly, yeah. And I know from my own point of view as well that there's been times, I can remember a couple of months ago, I was actually sitting in a fish and chip shop on a Friday night waiting for our order. I was on my phone and I logged into my autoresponder and I prepared an email and I sent the email out and I earned money before I left the chip shop. And this is the reality of our business, because once you've got your list, you've got the ability to make money, and like you said, you can be wherever you want. That is the absolute truth about this, is that you can do this from anywhere in the world with an internet connection. And you don't even, yes, with a laptop ideally, but it can be done from a smartphone or a tablet.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And that's one of the best things about this business. And this kind of happened to me last month when I was away for a couple of days. I was racing my bike, as I told you, like the other week, and I was sat in the paddock about to go on the track, and I had a promotion lined up, and that was obviously going to make me a fair bit of money. Again, this is all to do with my list building system, and I needed to send this email, so I logged into my phone and I sat on my motorbike before I was about to go out on track with my crash helmet on, my gloves. Took my glove off, logged into my AWeber, pushed the button, and then gave my phone so the email got sent out, and then I gave the phone to somebody in the on the side, and then I put my glove back on, and then raced my bike.
Excellent. So did you win the race?
I didn't actually win, no, but as I was racing around, I obviously was making money.
You was making money, yeah.
This is, as crazy as that sounds, I know it sounds hard to believe, but that's what I did, and I had to push the button just before I went out, because my race actually started just as the promotion started online. So
yeah, I mean, mate, this is what I love about this business, is that we can make money while we're doing all sorts of other things. I like to go out, sometimes I go and meet my wife on a Friday night, for example, from work, and we might go and have a sit outside one of the cafes in the high street and have a couple of drinks before going home. And it's a really nice feeling to see the money coming in that pays for that while you're doing it. So there you are, enjoying yourself, relaxing, as we've said, and making money, and also while you sleep. I mean, how often do you go to bed at night and wake up in the morning and you've made money while you sleep?
Exactly. And everything I show in the Avalanche List Building 2.0 course is everything that I'm now doing in my business. And I go to bed at night, I wake up with payments in, I've got affiliate commissions that come in every day. And having some type of a system in place is so important, and the money really is in the list. But the problem is, as we said earlier on this call, so many people get overwhelmed, they get confused because they get given a lot of bad information.
Yeah.
And the difference with what I show in this course is that I'm actually doing this stuff.
Yes.
Day in, day out, and which is quite rare, because a lot of people make these courses and they give you theory. They say, you know, this is the best thing, but this is the best way to do this, to do that, etc., etc. But what I show in my Avalanche list building course is actually how I make money every single day, and it's how my entire business works on 99% autopilot. And you know, fancy that. You know, I'm actually telling people what I do myself. You know?
That really, really, really excites me, I've got to say. And I think that's the beauty of this course, because I know for a fact that what's in this course is what you do on a daily basis. And as we've said many times, if only people would listen, if only people would realize that what we are teaching is what we do, and if they just copied it, they'd be able to get, I'm not going to say the same results, because obviously everybody's different. We don't know what their commitment's going to be, but they'd get results if they copied what we did. So if someone gets hold of this course, then, and let's say they're a complete newbie, they may have been trying for quite some time. They may have bought this course and that course, and they've tried this and tried that, and nothing seems to work, and they're fed up with logging into their affiliate accounts and seeing 0 commissions day after day, and they're feeling frustrated. They get this course and they haven't got a clue. They're just starting completely as fresh, waiting to be told what to do.
Yeah. Is
your course the course for them?
Yeah. Well, what I've done is I've tried to address all the different problems that I faced when I was a newbie in this course.
Yeah. Excellent.
And one of the things I've done is I've tried to keep it nice and simple, because you know, you go through some courses and there's so much technical stuff to kind of do, you kind of lose interest after a couple of videos.
I know exactly what you mean. Yeah.
But people will soon realize that what I show you to do in this course is quite simple. Okay. Yeah. There's only 4 different things that you need in place in order to have a real business. You know, a real business, and I say a real business without actually setting up a real business, you're not going to be able to make real money.
Yes.
And by having these 4 things in place, which I show you in the course, these are going to be part of your foundation.
Okay.
So you can actually build everything from there. Okay.
Yeah. And
if you use these things that I've showed you to use, you can build things up. You can gradually grow things over time, and you know, before long, you will start to see some regular income if you follow the actual model, which I show you in the videos, because it is so effective.
Yeah.
There's not enough people that actually do this, but it is so effective. And once you go through the videos, you'll kind of see how simple it is, but it is very, very effective.
Well, you know, I wish that I'd have had something like this to go through when I was starting out, because probably like you and like so many other people, I bought everything that was coming out, bought every course, and you buy a course, and then before you know it, you're buying the next course because you think, oh, maybe that one wasn't the one for me. This is definitely the one because they said it's the one, and you go on and on and on and on, and you kind of lose focus, etc. But the sounds of the way you've just kind of explained it, the low tech, simple, this is what you do, nice and steady, go through, follow this, and that really appeals to me, because I know there are many courses, like you say, that are too complicated, so that you get excited, don't you? You think, yeah, I'm going to do this, I'm going to make all this money, and then you start to go into it and you think, oh, I don't know about that. I don't know if I can get my head around that at the moment. And you stop the training, you pause it, and then it just gathers dust for years to come usually. So that really does appeal to me, Paul. So how many, what are we looking at? How many videos in total are going to be in the course?
There's, I believe, if I remember, there's 7 different videos which you can go through, and I've also added a couple of extra bonus videos as well. So you've got 7 videos in the main course. These are all step-by-step video tutorials. 7 main videos in the course. I've also added 2 extra videos, and one of those videos I actually thought about releasing as a paid product, because the stuff I share in it I've never made a video about it before.
Right.
And it is really, really powerful stuff. And as I said, I thought about not actually putting this in the course, because this is something that I actually did last week, and it made me $300. I did it 2 weeks before that. It made me another $500, and it
excellent,
generated tons and tons of extra buyers for me, all for completely free. That's just one of the bonus videos. I've got another bonus video in there as well, which I've added. So that brings the total amount of videos to 9. I've also included a couple of my paid courses as well, a couple of my paid traffic courses. So if anybody's a little bit concerned or worried about traffic, although we do cover traffic in the course, there's also 2 paid traffic courses, which I'm going to include for completely free as a bonus in this package.
That's brilliant. I get a lot of questions from my list about traffic, and in fact I got a question just today asking about traffic. They were asking about a product that I'd reviewed, and the question was, do they cover anything about traffic in that course? And I've got people that I'm working with on a regular basis, they're always asking about traffic, because yes, the money is in the list, but one of the other important things is traffic, isn't it? So to have those thrown in as bonuses, and to have this secret little strategy that's earned you a few $100s in the last few weeks as bonuses, I mean, that's almost worth getting the course just for that, because it's not going to be dear either, is it?
No, we're actually going to be, we're going to start the price off very, very low. It's going to be on a dime sale. So if you do want to grab the course, then you just need to jump in quickly, because the price is going to be going up with each sale. So for every single time someone buys, the price will go up. So if you want it at the cheapest possible price, the best thing to do is just jump in as soon as it goes live, and you can get it at the cheapest price possible.
Yeah, and the other thing I would say as well is that probably no matter what point you jump on to get this, because of the amount of quantity of training and the quality of training in the course, because I have gone through it obviously in putting this together with you, this really, in my eyes, it's more like a kind of $47 to $67 full-on home study training course. So anybody that's looking at jumping on this during the launch period is going to get the absolute deal of the century, aren't they? Absolutely,
yeah. And the price will definitely be going up to at least $37, possibly a lot more, once the launch phase is over. But the price will be going up, as we said, on a dime sale after every single sale. And if we make, a good couple of hundred sales within the first few hours, the price could shoot up very, very quickly. So so just jump on it, as soon as you can, just to get it for the cheapest possible price.
Yeah, definitely. As soon as you can get it while you can, the best deals is to be had there. So just to summarize, this is all brand new training, Paul. This is all what you're doing right now in order to live the internet marketing lifestyle, pull in excess of $10,000 a month with plenty of spare time. These are all the strategies that you've learned over almost a decade in this business now.
Yeah. This is a brand new list building course. As I said, this is 2.0 version. This is Avalanche list building 2.0. A lot of people watching this video or on this page may already be a customer of the first version, but if you're not, then this is the 2.0 version, and this is brand new. Everything I cover in this course is all of my best tactics, my best strategies, and all of my secret kind of methods that I now use to make between $5,000 and $10,000 per month in my business online. And a lot of this stuff that I cover in this course, I know most people never ever share this stuff. I think the reason for that a lot of the time is people don't even use this stuff. So what I show is super, super powerful stuff. And if you use this in your own business, then you're going to get some brilliant results.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. And you and I are kind of frequently on the phone and on Skype, etc., sharing ideas on how we can improve what we do, and giving each other tips on how to make things better, how to, improve our list building, improve our profits, etc. So all of this information is all being kind of condensed into this course. Anyone that is interested in making money online, I would say you'd be crazy not to get this. I personally am going to go through this course very, very thoroughly, and I'm going to take all the ideas that you're giving me and I'm going to implement them, because I know they work, because you and I work closely together. I see your results, I see you on the leaderboards, I look up to you, and I think that, like I said, anybody that doesn't get this is missing a trick big time. And if they come in after the launch and it's up to $37, $47, $57, it's worth getting it for that as well, without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah, definitely. And as we said earlier as well, this is exactly what I do. And once you go through the course, I actually show you some of my accounts. I show you a lot of my pages. I log in, I show you the platforms that I use, and you can see that this is exactly what I do day in, day out. And this is the great thing, is that you know that what you're going to learn works because I use this every single day.
Yeah, I think that's really exciting. I mean, if I was to come over to your house and sit down with you and say, Paul, come on, just tell me, how do you do this? Show me what you do. This is what you would show me, right?
This is what I would do. Yeah, like I'm in my office at the moment. I've got my planner thing behind me, and I sit in my office every single day, and I log into my platforms each and every day, and I basically maintain my entire foundation, my entire system. And if I didn't have this thing in place, I wouldn't have a business, and I certainly wouldn't be making anywhere near the money that I am at the moment.
Yeah.
And just on like a closing note, if you are trying to make money on the internet and you're just really, really stuck, you're kind of not sure which direction to go in, you have to start treating this stuff, seriously and as a real business. And you need to set things up which you own. Yeah, assets that you actually own. It's no good just using free accounts and stuff like that. So, what I'm going to show you is a very, very, ultra solid way to build a business which you're in complete control over. And also the great thing is this works in any single niche, ever, anywhere in the world. So no matter if you're in the muscle building niche, if you're in weight loss industry, if you're in the Forex, in the online poker, you could use this exact strategy in whatever market, whatever niche you're in, and it will work just as well.
Yeah, that's brilliant. That's really exciting as well, to think that no matter what niche you're looking to develop, this is going to work for you. And let me just say as well, when it comes to a real business, I've got a bit of experience with that, and overheads are the killer. With this business, you don't need a warehouse, you don't need stock, you don't need vehicles, you don't need staff, you don't need any of that stuff. The overheads that you've got are the overheads you've already got in your house that you're living in, or wherever you're living. Your living costs are your living costs. That's what you have to pay anyway. So you've got almost minimal overheads. There may be a little bit of investment in things like a website and autoresponder, etc. But we're talking an incredibly low startup cost for a new business, like almost for free, to get a real business up and running.
Yeah, absolutely. I've made sure that the things that I recommend in the course, just about everything is free. There's going to be some very, very minimal costs involved, but the same as a lot of things. But just about everything else is free, and you can set a lot of things up for completely free. And I show you all of these different things in the course. And you can keep things nice and simple, and this is the key. This is what I've really tried to do, is keep things nice and simple. You set these things up, you set this foundation up, you set it up how I show you to do it, and you will have a real business in place. Okay, and you just grow it over time, and that's the best way to make use of your time online, rather than just jumping product to product to product, wasting time buying different things, going into different business models. Okay, you can use this business model and promote and sell anything you want. So this isn't just a way to make money. This is an actual model to build a business around. So
definitely,
doesn't matter if you sell products in the dog niche, as I said, online poker, if you're in, anything else, you can use this model. Acne niche, whatever you want.
Embarrassing body conditions.
Yeah, yeah, you could use this, and you could use this model and just run with it.
Yeah.
It's so effective.
Yeah, no, I'm really excited about this. I'm proud to be launching this with you. I'm proud to be putting it out there to our followers and anybody else that happens across this page. This is good, strong, solid, quality content. And if you're looking to make money online, definitely this is the best place for you to start. And like I said, if I had this available to me when I was starting out, then I would have been, thank you so much, because this guy, Paul, knows his stuff, right? He knows his stuff. He's an authority in this business. His training is excellent. And I don't think you can get a better course right now to get you started than Avalanche List Building 2.0. So go ahead, guys, click on the button and grab it for the best price while you can.